Well, it's January 22nd. Goose season is closed here. I'm in South Central Minnesota. I watch the birds pretty much year round. It's been cold. It's been like 0, negative, down to like negative 15. But it's 30 degrees today, 28 right now, and it's 5 o'clock. Warmest day we've had in a while. I wanted to see what the birds are doing. And they're going out to feed right now. Well, I'm sure some went a little earlier, but just caught the 2 flocks leaving the baseball field right now, which usually they don't sit on that baseball field unless it's really deep snow. And they go sit on that grass right there, but it's just because they're sitting on the river right next to it. But anyway, we'll go see where they're going. I have a pretty good idea of what field they're gonna be in. General vicinity for sure. Yeah, they're coming from all over and coming in here. There's a few on this side of the road, right up along the edge of the drainage ditch. Somewhere you wouldn't think geese would be, but they're still landing in over here. But I mean, there's a little bit of a hill on this backside of this hill. A lot of them are landing, and I don't know how many are back there. I don't know how many were out here before I got here. Like I said, it's 5 o'clock. I got here at like 4:55, and there was already some birds in here, and I've watched probably 150, 200 land in it. There was probably at least 150 when I got here. So, I mean, right there, that's, 350, 450-ish, somewhere in there. And then I have no idea what's on that backside, but if there's another 150 in there, say 500 is a pretty safe bet, which is pretty typical for us this time of the year to have this many, or with this kind of weather, I guess. Not always this time of the year, but yep, all honkers, no ducks out here. I think the ducks just stay in the river and go to people's bird feeders in the backyard, honestly. But I've always done this. I know a lot of people just watch birds during season and stuff, and I don't even know how much people watch birds, but so like when I'm out here and you're looking at them, oh, there's a snow out there. Or it's one of the farm geese, Canada crosses. Yeah, it's definitely one of the crosses. It's got a gray belly, tan. That's how you know it's cold, because those are geese from our sanctuary. So people will buy goslings and ducklings and stuff from Runnings Fleet Farm in the spring. And when they get older and people don't know what to do with them, they go to the sanctuary and throw them over the fence. Well, then they breed with the Canadas, but those geese never leave. I don't know if it's just because they're domesticated breed, and they don't leave. But when it gets really, really cold, then they'll start leaving the sanctuary for food. There's definitely one out there right now. There's some geese coming from a direction. It's not coming from the river. I don't know if there's a different feed up north of here and they're trickling into this one now or what. But anyway, I was saying I'll watch them. Just helps you understand more about, like, why do they land where they land, basically. And then that'll help you so much with hunting. A lot of times that's like when I'm setting a decoy spread, it's not about always like, yes, there's realism, but there's also like, how are we going to make these birds, how are we going to put them where we want them, and be realistic at the same time. things are cupping up hard to get in here. But I don't know if there's not a lot of feed in there or what, but they're moving pretty quick. But it's nice and warm, so I don't think they probably are not going to have to feed very long. So when it gets this cold, there's pretty much one little stretch of river that they use here. There's like a food processing plant town. They have a warm water discharge, so it keeps this part of the river open. There's some geese that are already coming back to the river. So they'll start coming back. There were some down in the middle of town, probably like 150, but I didn't film them. Some mallards right there. This is pretty shallow right here. That's it, just short and sweet, just a little lap around town, see what the birds are doing. Like I said, with the warm up, with how cold it's been, I knew they were gonna be out feeding. So I'll post more stuff like this. My plan is to just keep just videoing stuff that I do, I guess just vlogging essentially. But pretty much everything I do is outside, or working on stuff that I'm going to be using outside. So I plan on posting more stuff like this. So if you like it, subscribe and just follow along.